absolutely stomping the LPL as it happens. They lost that one series, of course, to Weibo in summer so far. But as we were saying, they took a well-earned break after MSI, and they came back and they've had to ramp back up to speed. They've barely missed a step. The fact that we're calling it notable that they lost one series is in itself notable. Back onto the Rift, though, and...
But I think the difference in trajectories right now for these teams is very, very intense. As speaking of intense, I guess we won't get to talk about that because the level 1 Way getting a little bit low. And there you go, Kanavi. He gets first blood for JDG.
Oh,
Breathe,
no.
you're in a little bit of trouble here. As Kasante level 1 still gets the knockback. And flashing for the kill comes Knight. I think seeing the combo, at least in terms of missing, escorting him in that fashion as well. The duo is on point as LP might be getting aggressed by that duo. And there's the strength of JDG. Ruler gets the kill. As they were going to try to combo this with this Poppy for Way. Get this damage down and should be able to get the ticks here on the 369. So RNG get themselves on the board. Gonna go for a second one. Point blank flash. That's huge. The knockback there on the Knight. He does have the pullback, and Way gets the kill. So you wait around a little bit, and you end up getting paid. Huge stuff to get RNG back on the board. He's able to get a nice little lead on the Poppy. We're gonna be looking at a replay of that one. Way's second attempt coming to mid lane, and it works out.
I think what they were waiting for was Knight's stun to be down. Uses the Dematerializer to threaten a charm angle. Flashes beyond it, realizing the timing is right then, and Tanyuan gets to combo up with his jungler, something that we said the RNG of old used to do.
Trying to get that combo, but that charm delays. Big all out though. Here comes 369 and the rest of JDG. They pounce straight into the throat of RNG. That's a double kill for Kanavi. And it's LP with a bit of...
JDG, again, they're such a talented skirmishing early game team alongside their teamfight identity as well. And you can see that again around this.
Don't worry about that. Don't worry about it. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
Such a talented skirmish teamfight team. They don't miss ultimates on sitting ducks, but it doesn't matter when you have an extra engage ultimate. Missing uses the double charge, the battle dance, to get onto the targets he needs to. It's actually significantly high damage as well in this early game when you combo it all together with Ignite. He's going to chunk out Ruler, allowing this Herald to go down. Navi still has ult. Didn't use that in that bot side. Tanyuan's made his way down, but doesn't have ult. He doesn't have the same combat potential right now as Knight does.
Yeah, charge actually go through, get LP some gold there, but they're just trying to defend off of this collapse of JDG. Tibbers is available, but no flash. Missing. Pops that quickness, hits that grand entrance. Nice Keeper's Verdict evens the odds, and Missing goes down.
Where there's a will, there's a way, and it turns out there's no enemy team members to worry about. He just punts them out of the fight. Fantastic Poppy ult. Reduces the angle from Missing to absolutely nothing. Looked like a great fight in the making. Way's ult evens the deal.
Really crucial stuff that this execution becomes so important in the game, in these fights. Knight goes for a big engage with the Tibbers. They don't really have the damage back, though, as actually Lubao will fall. Tanyuan afterwards as well. Does end up getting a little bit of a cleanup. Knight in trouble here. He does have a stun, but it doesn't matter. A double kill comes across for Way, and ain't it so fitting that the caliber of junglers that we have, they're both sitting at 4-1. They are indeed. We're going to take a look at that replay as well and see how it just went down because Missing pulled the trigger.
This is the ult, which really solves this fight. Knight,
Merry
Navi,
Christmas.
they stack together. No, that's when you don't like your Christmas presents and you send them back. Like, you keep the receipts. It's like, nope, okay, Poppy ult, back out there. That is a clutch steadfast presence coming in from the Poppy afterwards too. Stops Kanavi connecting with the E. Grounds him as well, means that he takes a lot of extra damage from that. The early damage of the steadfast presence is actually fairly notable. Makes enough for that one. So RNG, they get themselves that objective, get themselves a one fight. Dragon not up. Herald spawning the next couple of seconds as well. Knight clearing out the wave.
Going for it though. Tibbers on the Tanyuan, and he will get the Everfrost back as a response. TP's coming in from JDG with Kanavi wrapping around the side. Way has already claimed the kill, but here comes the rest of JDG. And you have Missing trying to go with that Quitnix engage, gets the double grand entrance, and Ruler is being chased. He gets the cleanse out with the Feather Call, coming through now, clutch. Featherstorm Blade Collar combo, gets Tanyuan. LP is still big, but he can't face the might of Ruler. A double kill for Kanavi, and JDG come out on top.
In the LPL, we measure our bot diff with a ruler, but I mean, at the top side, sadly can't say the same thing for JDG. Breathe, takes down 369, cancelled his teleport, which was coming into that fight. Meaning that RNG maybe thought the fight was on, still lose it anyway. Not going to respond towards that top side of Knight. Had a bit of another awkward one in that fight. But either way, it doesn't matter. After the fight ends, JDG, they get themselves that mid lane out of turret. They're buying themselves some more space across the map, particularly with structures falling now. JDG will have more inroads to look forward to these skirmishes.
Let's look at that replay now as well. We see the top lane as the Megadar is what? 369 was angry.
It was ETS. Okay, cool. Yeah, he's got his Meganar down. We can do something about this. Mininar has a lot of damage, folks. Great if you get on top of him, but Breathe just outspaces him.
Get kited as I'm the better MSI, you know, want to represent that one either? At least if he can. You know, Breathe might be a little salty there, but, you know, it is what it is. But in this situation here, it's a attempted capitalization from JDG in a situation where, yes, topside did go wrong in their avenue, but it was a nice fight from RNG, all things brought.
One of the things which might go amiss there, I'm trying to think. Oh no, there was a ward over the wall. I was wondering if it was the Ignite which gave Vision away, which allowed the E over the wall from Kanavi. Kanavi, one of the very best Wukongs in the world, probably the best Wukong in the world, currently has 2 items, 6-1-1, and is showing once again why there are always too many champions to remove from JDG's pockets.
To take on a lot of these 1v1 matchups.
Navi.
And we'll see if he can do anything here, as he will not be able to influence this fight. And LP might have wanted him here. As he goes down, Knight is going to get a second kill, and it's Ruler who gets his third. There are some responses in side lane by RNG, but it's a full court press in mid lane by JDG. Yeah, he has a nice big shutdown on him as well, going straight to Breeze's pocket. Try to get this soul point later on. We're actually going to take a replay back at that fight where Kanavi kicked it off.
Yeah, but he gets kicked out of the fight just as quickly. Wei having some awesome ultimates in this game. It's just not enough to disengage everyone. First time he had that big ult, it got rid of the mid laner and the jungler. Can't get rid of Knight in this. And this is the big problem of trying to play FLS into such heavy dive. You can't ever really stay safe to the same amount for someone like that Xayah who can ult away. JDG making good use of that, but of course it doesn't really apply when you don't have the ult. Breathe just runs down the free kill.
Truly, truly. As they did get distracted a little bit, maybe Ruler whispering a little bit of worth as they got that charge onto the in-him tower. But RNG, here you go. What happens if you're losing?
Here we go, Baron fights.
We'll see. 369 actually get a nice little flank. The keeper's verdict has already come out. Actually goes over to LP. He had the re-engage by JDG. LP goes down. That's a big tippers from Knight. A big engage from JDG will mean that they just tear RNG apart. They don't lose a single member.
RNG are going to try and teleport out, get something back. Knight has himself the stun, gets rid of that recall.
Oh, he stops up Taguin, and he turned into a sweet little treat for JDG. Back at RNG's attempt. Again, we've seen this time and time again. It just didn't matter this time.
As soon as the Baron spawns in the LPL, things just go completely off the rails. That is a clutch Cyclone to stop Breed getting on top of Ruler. Might have been able to force him to stop doing some DPS for just a little bit, buy someone else some extra time to escape. It just doesn't happen. A couple of near misses for RNG. The ultimate doesn't quite catch onto Xayah. Nah, can't quite get onto them either. And then after this, it is complete cleanup crew. Now trying to clean up Knight on the side lane, though.
369, like, peace. I'm out. He actually finds Lumel on the back end of that one. We do get the kill over to LP. As I think the fight has continued. Yeah, 369. He all out Lumel. No! Lumel, you thought you had the flank, but you're just a little Lulu.
Missing, has the battle dance, doesn't have his flash up for another couple of seconds.
Oh, let's go! Decisive boxing action from JDG. They're chasing down LP. Big stick from Kanavi. And that's 369 cleaning up Wei. JDG will get some backs off. They need to deal with Breathe, but they still have a big amount of pressure to put bot lane.
The first few minutes in this game, you could have believed that RNG were fighting evenly, but JDG, they just always have another round left in them in this boxing match. They're finally taking this mid lane inhibitor. They're pulling ahead in gold. There are no Baron buffs left for RNG. They've walked away from this whole macro affair with so much extra than RNG.
Kanavi said, you want this smoke, Taguin? I'll smack you with my stick again! Kanavi gets the big one.
Monkey See, Monkey Bonk, Kanavi, best Wukong in the world, continually finding these engages, getting huge teamfight DPS, and there's just nothing you can do about it.
He is 9-1 on this pick, man. Oh my goodness. We thought Wei was giving him a bit of a run for his money. He is just running all over RNG. Holy cow, he just says, on sight, I will take you out. Knight says, I got you too, bro. I'm going to be right there next to you. As JDG are pushing mid lane, I was going to say it's a bit aggressive. They'll turn back to get this Dragon Soul point.
I think with the respawn coming in from Tanyuan, you feel just about cut down to size. Wei has flash, has been off vision for a while, but
Knight's
I think JDG sniff it out.
Wei, can he do it? He's got Tanyuan. They're over the wall. Wei's waiting.
Spellbook
He's buying time. 1,000. He gets it! Oh my goodness! Breath of life given to RNG from their standout jungler of Wei.
Tanyuan jumps into the pit and smites it down into smite range for Wei. JDG, they tried to hold it at a certain HP, but with the 2 smites on the table, they can't quite do it.
Can't believe the fates have aligned. RNG represent, but Wei, we highlighted this man earlier. This matchup is so intense. Wei versus Kanavi. Wei was waiting back here for so long, and look at the combo come through.
I mean, he spellbook snites to the point it gets just into range. I think that just spooks Kanavi and goes, ah, smites come through, gotta get this down. There are 2 smites on the table. RNG walk away with it. It's a feel-good moment. It's a bit of dopamine. Not sure that's going to save you from bleeding out, but it's a fun moment.
Momentum can be a heck of a thing here in the LPL, though. You still got to deal with Kanavi, who's 10-1-10. No big deal. But they've connected onto him. He's still got his GA, though. And you've got to watch out for the rest of the fight as 369 shows up. Breathe, not going to have Mega. Kanavi goes down. That's a big frontal aggression moment for RNG that they punished the overextended JDG.
You get rid of the GA as well. Of course, that was going to remove that from the table for a little while. So you've taken half an item away from JDG because of that fight. RNG, they've rattled JDG just a little bit.
Man.
But Knight still has flash. Everyone's grouped up in this mid lane. Of course, Elder is not on the table just yet, but Soul is. JDG, they don't have the smite. They're not going to go towards it right now. RNG, they have Baron buff, remember, but they don't necessarily have the items to take on JDG. Knight, Ruler, still incredibly powerful in their own right.
A Hex Soul right now would just be a sinking of the teeth from JDG into RNG, but they will not even contest it. They will live to fight another day, and RNG, with these item spikes, they're really starting to give a little bit of hope here.
Dangerous thing is that hope, but how did that one come about? So, Kanavi, he's very, very fed in this game. We talked about it an awful lot. Very strong. Not quite strong enough to 1v4, even with the GA and being higher level than the enemy solo laners. It's a close run thing, almost kills Wei, and you can feel the confidence in which JDG are playing with. Confidence is it's quite a close thing to lunacy at points, though. Gets a little bit too far over the edge. Goes back onto the map without managing to complete himself a 4th item, but he's getting close to it at the Phage in inventory. Kanavi might even be able to complete it on this back, completing the recall right now. JDG, this game probably should have been over by this point. RNG doing well to extend it, even though they are still behind.
You're against a team called Royal Never Give Up, and you should keep that namesake in mind. You got 4 items away for LP. He's got the guns, and you're looking to get this combo set up. Tong Yuan, with that perfectly timed charm in that replay, he is starting to light up. Even at the 1, 5, and 7, he is crucial in a lot of the setup damage, but as well as the lockdown CC that RNG are looking for.
Ruler almost pops the Banshee's Veil from Tanyuan. See how long he can keep that one for. It really is only the Zaya
They got a positive bear that time.
They did, and it was very needed. Tanyuan going on to Ruler.
Oh, Ruler. He has all of his tools. It was all just a bait. As Knight comes in with the timbers, it's not enough in the preemptive strike. Ruler still firing away. Ruler with that Feather Storm and a triple kill already. He's looking for Lumao, but it's looking for the game now. You step up to Ruler, you better be ready for the bat to the head.
Hail to the king, hail to the ruler, taking the game into his own hands. Pentakill technically on the table here.
He does get that one. He might find one more. I want to see it come through, Ruler, just like in the previous series. Okay, he's finally going to focus on it. All right, breathe. He goes down. We got the unofficial Penta for Ruler, and game number 1 holistically in JDG's favor.